let's get into our divas here, guys. Today's divas are brought to you by our friends at Prize Picks. Prize Picks is daily fantasy made easy. You can win 2 to 10 times the amount that you play. Insert promo codes DUDES, and they will match you up to $100. It's just you versus the projected numbers. Promo code DUDES really helps us out, guys. What also helps us out is if you scroll down the bottom, give us a 5-star rating and review for all of our, real dudes that listen all the time and love us. It just mean a lot to us, in the, Halloween season. If you could give us, a nice little treat, there in the reviews, no tricks, all treats. Phil, you got a diva. You want me to go first? Jordan, I felt like you had a pretty good diva that you wanted to say, do you want to do that one?
Yeah, sure. So my diva is people who, it's kind of like throughout a couple different platforms, but like text message, they like their own message. I think that's very bizarre.
Wait, that's not real, right?
No,
I haven't ran
people
into
do
anyone
that.
who do that.
People do that.
I know a person on this pod. I know two people on this pod who've done that.
People who like their own picture on Instagram or like their own tweet on
Personal
Twitter.
likers you don't like.
Yeah, people who like or laugh at their own they'll laugh at their own like people who interact with their own messages. It's like people who laugh at their own jokes. Like it's the exact same thing. Like you don't need to like your own stuff. Like your own picture on Instagram might be the worst.
Yeah.
Especially if you're the first one.
Oh, yeah, the first one.
Maybe they're just trying to get into the algos. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
I
trying
know,
to get a little algo juice going.
So-
At times, if I zing a good buddy of mine, I'll laugh at my own thing because I'm just sitting there on my couch dying at my joke anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like I've zinged a couple of you guys in a group chat and then just been dying laughing, and no one else at my home knows what I just said, and so then I'll just, I'll throw a laugh on some of my text messages. I've also had Trent done the same thing. No, I think it's
total diva.
It just makes you feel like everyone's laughing at the same time.
Here's the deal, though. Like, it's okay to do ha-ha on your own text.
No, it's not okay.
No, but here's the one I like to do. I like to go back, a day or so later and ha-ha again just to bring it back up into the group, which is probably a little diva, So I get it. I agree with you. What about the guy that, there's an Android in the text message, and he decides...
Oh, that's exhausting, number one.
He decides he has to like every text, 3 hours later.
Yeah,
just like ding, ding, ding. Yeah. The
You
late
shouldn't-
liker.
You shouldn't have to have someone who has an Android in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? Use another platform. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. I don't know what to say with that. Then I guess I agree. Phil, do you have a diva?
Mine is timely. I'm not going to be baited into saying one that I think is really good, but I will say mine is timely. And it is, I really don't like when people, okay, we live in a small town. All right.
I have no idea where he's going.
Apparently there's a backstory.
All right. No. So we live in a small town. On Halloween, everyone goes out for the most, but there's a lot of people that go out. Actually, that's not true, but there's a decent amount. 75% of the population of the town goes out, right?
Yeah.
It is so frustrating and kind of a thing to be, you have to explain it. Like you're walking through a bunch of houses and everyone has candy, and then someone has their lights shut off and they don't even have a bucket in front of their house. You know what I'm saying? Like have some seasonal cheer. Halloween for me is all about the candy. I don't really care about anything else. Literally nothing else. Sure, I'll wear a costume every once in a while. Usually I'll just throw on a jersey. And I've never been a costume guy really my entire life. But it's all about just getting as much candy as you want. Seeing some friends as you walk by, saying hi to people, saying hi to the community. And people who aren't willing to engage in a family-friendly event, I have a major problem with. Like, leave your front light on, put a bucket of candy out in front of your house, and just let people enjoy themselves. Like, don't be that curmudgeon. Those people probably, when November 1st rolls around, they're probably putting reindeer antlers on their car. Same type of people. Anyhow, do you agree with me what I'm saying?
So I have a question.
It's exhausting.
Yes, it is exhausting.
So tomorrow night,
yes.
You're out taking...
I'm going out. Your question is going to ask me
if I walk by your house,
bucket of candy,
grab some candy.
Yes, bucket of candy in front of my house.
Just making sure.
Yes, because
You're on a hot corner to leave a bucket unattended.
Yeah, I mean,
you're gonna get robbed.
That's a weird thing to say to me, but I will say so you should leave candy out. That's all I'm saying.
agree.
Leave your
I
lights
agree.
on, and you know you don't have to come to the door. Just leave the candy in the front. Put a sign. Pick one. Whatever it is. No, everyone disregards those signs
I
anyways.
prayed every house I went to had just a bucket out there because I was going straight ham town on.
Oh,
those
I
lights.
love, and especially if you like, someone will give you some more, like we said last time, you gave, half a bag of candy because people weren't coming to your house. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, be prepared.
You make me sound like a total dweeb that people weren't coming to my house. So way to bring it up.
I mean, you've battled that your entire life, but do you guys disagree with me? Seth, you live on a street that's pretty popular, and there will be houses that will have their lights shut off and no candy in the front.
It's true.
Yeah, and it's kind of frustrating to see that, right?
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
It's not hard to put a thing of candy out, and when you run out, you run out. It's
Yeah,
big
you
deal.
can even put a sign, sorry, ran out.
Yeah.
How if you're gone? How you gonna put a sign?
How do you do that?
No. If
Tell me how you're gonna do that
If you're
when
in the
you're out.
house,
Yeah.
if you're in the, or you come home and little whiteboard,
Okay. Are you the kind of guy that, is anybody kind of scared people, waiting at their house? Like I can
Oh,
see.
I've done
Oh,
that. That's
yeah.
been pretty fun. You have to pick your audience though. Like obviously there's like little kids, like I'm not coming out. But if
Yeah.
it's like some older kids, oh, I'm scaring them bad.
Yeah,
But I haven't done that in a long time.
yeah.
All right. My diva of the week is people.
Oh,
I had a good one, okay, and then I'm like, and it was seasonal, it was appropriate, but I'm like, it just wasn't that good, wasn't hitting home. I'm gonna save it for when I'm like, save it for a rainy day, maybe.
Bobbing for apples.
We are getting rain this week, but I'm going after the people that have bad single ply toilet paper in their house. That's my diva of the week, and maybe I'm the diva for that. But don't you hate it when you're using the restroom and the toilet paper is not good?
I don't know. I usually I'm a standard Costco.
That's what I am. Yeah.
Is that double? Is that dual? What is
I
it?
think
Double
it's
or
dual.
dual
Is it
ply?
dual ply?
What is the correct
Seth,
term?
you'd be the guy
I'm
who knew.
googling what single ply toilet paper is right now. So
Yeah. Is
I
it?
don't know what the person did.
Here's what I will
Okay,
say. At least
grab
it's
this
nothing is
sandpaper
worse than.
behind me, and that's what it feels
I think
like.
it's just called 2-ply.
Okay.
2-ply.
There's nothing worse than the individual sheets
Yeah.
that we used to have in high school. Do you remember those?
Yes. Oh, yeah. It was like little tissues that came out. Yeah, they don't have those
They
anymore.
were like 2x2 squares.
Oh, yeah. No, it was bad. Sit there for 10 minutes just to get enough for, a normal size. Anyway, I pretty much was sitting there for 10 minutes for another reason. But, yeah, single ply toilet. Does anyone like that stuff? Like, why do they even make it? Like, it should be against the law.
I think we should have an anti-potty, and like you can't have a potty diva. Would you agree with that, Jordan? Like
A what?
too much potty. That's junior high. That's all I'm saying.
That is a serious problem when you have to go and it's that.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. So
You don't know what single-ply toilet paper is?
no, like
Have you been to a
Yeah, no,
gas station?
you've had a great
Did
life,
you ever
Jordan.
watch
You've had
The
a great
Office
life.
though when
when he's separating
he
it?
separates the ply?
That's a good one. I can't believe you don't know what that is, Jordan.
Yeah.
talking about like when it's like one or two connected to each other. Like
Okay, so I'm gonna get one piece of toilet paper and I'll give a visual for those of you not watching on YouTube at TFF Dudes. So I'm going to stack my hands like a sandwich on
Yes.
top of each other. When you peel it apart, there's two.
oh yeah,
That's called 2-ply.
okay,
And then there's
Okay, and then
3-ply.
there's
Guess what one
Yeah.
ply would be?
Yeah.
just the one. Oh yeah,
Yes,
one.
yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
That's called your
usually
hand.
it's like-
that's called
It's usually like
That's
what's in,
called
like,
your hand is
yeah.
breaking through the toilet
no,
paper.
that's finger break.
you-
All right.
That's like public restrooms usually have.
Yes,
those.
that's
Yeah.
single ply. Well, we
No
all
one
So
does
I'm sorry you're going to the bathroom at Chipotle,
Yeah,
Trent.
this is an educational pod. No, it's not always Chipotle. It's sometimes people's
people at
house.
their house actually.
Yes,
have
some
that?
people have that at their house.
And that's a crime.
Call them out.
Yeah.
Are they pod listeners?
Related, actually.
Is that like Dollar? They go to Dollar Tree and buy their toilet.
I'm not going to call them out because, I'm just not going to go after my heritage. But yeah, I know people who do that. And there's people listening to this pod going like, yep, that's why we don't go to that person's house. So there you go. But
Rule of thumb: just try to use your own restroom at all times.
Rule of thumb is hopefully you don't have to use your thumb. But anyways,
I'm retiring after this pod, just for what it's worth. I will not be back on Wednesday,
all right.
Thursday.
Okay, well, Well, whether you hate the people in your life or love them, you should tell them about the dudes. We bring people together. The highest compliment our dudes can give us is the referral of their family and friends. Just remember, don't be rude. Share the dudes.
This has been another episode of the Fantasy Football Dudes podcast. Remember to rate, review, and follow. For more information, go to www.thefantasyfootballdudes.com. And remember, we are sorry for absolutely nothing. This has been another episode of the Fantasy Football Dudes podcast. Remember to rate, review, and follow. For more information, go to www.thefantasyfootballdudes.com. And remember, we are sorry for absolutely nothing.